That's why I started early. So yeah, we're gonna retire this fortress. It'll be fine. I mean, it would be oddly weird if this game wasn't getting updates and they were at the same time getting about $7,000 a month on Patreon. That would be very strange. The last update for this game was July 7th? When was the last update? Let's actually check. a12games.com/words. July 7th, 2018. Thanks, contact. Answers old versions button. Old version. Never looked for it. So that's development, maybe? Yeah, it's not the development section. Probably never, I would say. It was made before Mice were a thing? Came out or it was started development in 2002. Although I'll be willing to bet, technically, it's coming out on Steam sometime this year, according to the developers. Don't know if that's actually going to happen. It's been publicly playable since 2006, though. So technically, it's getting a Steam release this year or next year. I'm an optimist, so maybe next year. Yeah, it's free. Of course, it's free. This game has ascended beyond the mouse, and I play it with my mind. All right, let's find somewhere new to settle. So I'm probably going to settle somewhere close to that old one. This was our last fortress. This was where we just were, right here, which was a very disappointing spot. When are you going to stop making horrendously unfunny jokes? So this a varied aquifer. Oh shit, maybe we do have a middle aquifer. Also, John T, if you're still here, you didn't want to see the record player. That's it. That's my cam for it. I do also have one over here, but it's not set up for DF right now. But I only have one record that I can play without getting 1 billion copyright strikes on YouTube, so I'm for like exporting Dwarf footage to YouTube. Bad idea. It doesn't always meet my VODs on Twitch, which is interesting. Yeah, the heavy ones are the old aquifers. So there's lights, varied, and heavy. Varied sounds dangerous to me. Varied sounds dangerous. So this is the area down here that's kind of messy, where there's just stuff going on everywhere. There's the good biomes up here. That's got shallow metals. Nope. Well, there's video game soundtracks on vinyl. And I have 4 more in the mail. Currently, the only one I have is BattleTech. But, it's just buy these, and you're good on Twitch, and most of the time on YouTube. Ironically, the most the VOD... Okay, this is the only record that's made in my VOD. this fucking thing. This is the most consistent VOD muting I get. Fucking 30 cover hits by some unknown group called the Teenage Flames. They muted my entire VOD. It's the only one. They didn't like fuck around. They muted everything. Yeah, it's because I was under my desk. That's why you can't hear me. This could be fun. But that's varied aquifer. The varied aquifer scares me. You know, let's do this. Let's just say river. I want a straight up river. Give me a river. Yeah, there's aquifer light and aquifer heavy. So I'm assuming varied is like a mix of them. Not a brook. I want a river. You dumb game. Cry me a river. Again, just a stream. That's just shallow metal. That's interesting. What's the... Oh, that's actually quite steep. Everybody is neighbors. Puts me on 2 biomes, both with shallow metal, neither with deep metal. Neither of them have an aquifer of any sort, though. I wouldn't say easy mode, I would say significantly less annoying mode. What's the steepness of that? To do like on a lake or something. I haven't done like lakeside fort in a while, or ocean fort. I mean, you mean just all the free mist in general? Yeah. Hey, Birdie Bot. Hello, hello. Just another name for it. How about we just call you Meanie? That's just another name for tapioca. Temperate Ocean. Ooh. Untamed Wilds. This puts us on on triple biome, actually. Although technically, there is no easy mode for Dwarf Fortress. If you want Dwarf Fortress to be easy mode, just use drawbridges as your only defense. That's Dwarf Fortress easy mode. Anything else is just you being mean. Make a fort that is under the ocean. Why? I mean, I could... You mean like dig a big pit and then flood it? Or like tunnel underneath and then hollow out underneath the ocean? You had to hunt down your password. Well, thanks for swinging by. Just here specifically for Dwarf Fort? If I seem a little loopy, I apologize in advance. I have been alive for 11 hours. I once drained an entire ocean into hell, so we could theoretically attempt that. That was a fun experiment with physics. I mean, I could totally do that. It's just a matter of where would we... Actually, could I do this? You get a little bit of joyous biome in there. Aw, darn. It's temperate grassland. What if we do this? That'll give us a light aquifer, deep metals, and joyous wilds. Let's see what else we can find up here. Procedural names? Yep. The Most Gulf is the area. So actually, if I fly around the world a little bit, Most Gulf, Field of Man, Dune of Quietness, the Hill of Cradling, the Ashen Dunes, the Most Gulf, I guess that's just the ocean. The Buff Tundra, it's very buff. Deep Ice, that's very practical naming game. Yeah. There's all kinds of fun names. Actually, where was the volcano? There's the volcano. Yeah. Oh shit, there's shallow metal. I mean, that's an option. Could just, like, start on a goddamn volcano. Kinda might have to worry about the world melting, though. There's no neighbors, though. So, nah, I don't really want to do that. I have another world gen which has a volcano, like, in the middle of everything. So if we were to do that, I'd do it on that world. One, two, three. They all have metal. They all have a light aquifer. So we'd be able to get water without too much trouble. There's some slope. No, but the plants in my apartment most certainly spark joy. I unironically love that show. I've rewatched that show like maybe 10 times. They need to put out more episodes for that damn thing. This is a tile set. This is the new update, yes. Yeah, let's do it. That'll work. We got metal. We got soil. We might get sand because we're on a beach. So glass is an option. Be fine. Prepare carefully. All right. Before I do that, actually, let's do this first. Press 1 in chat if you would like a name. And we'll get some dwarves named. I retired it. I was running out of food because I spent too much time fucking around with the new aquifer stuff. Okay, so Matt doesn't want a name, or Mort doesn't want a name. Nailed it. Customize. More strudel. Polkas. Brine. Terrapin. 1. Or O1, rather. You have a good night, Jonty. Cheers, man. Tapioca. Shrimp Sama. And see, birdie bot. Now, before I do too much more, I just want to say for a second, I make these little videos on YouTube of like lore stuff that happens in my Dwarf Fort runs. There's like 20 something of them now. They are in a playlist, although I need to put the most recent one into the playlist. Go take a look at my YouTube channel. Also, I dump all of my Twitch VODs up there, not in like super short chunks, but in like 9-hour chunks. So they don't, there's maybe at most one a day. Those are mostly there just as an archive. If you're at all interested, nice having people watch my stuff on YouTube. I have no idea, but someone in chat might know. Anybody know the Dwarf Fortress, the DF hack command for reveal everything? Actually, I know someone who would, but he's not streaming anymore. Darn it! That Cupo would know. All right, let's do this. Figure out what jobs these dwarves have. Watch my vids over the next few days. Fair enough, man. You know, I stream dumb hours all the time. You want stupid hours of streams every day? I do that. Probably just reveal hyphenol is probably accurate. The prospect command? Question is, what's the prospect command? Is it just prospect? But yeah, I'm glad that you took the time to tune in. You'd be amazed how many people find the YouTube channel and never move over to Twitch or just have no interest. Okay, so let's see. First dwarf, Strudel. Mort Strudel, 70 years old, born on the 10th of Hematite in the year 225. His sideburns are clean shaven, and he has a very long mustache. He is incredibly quick to heal and tough, and he likes marasite, zinc, and cotton fabric. He personally thinks that introspection is valueless, and those that waste time in self-examination are deluded fools, and doesn't respect a society that has settled into harmony without debate and strife and dislikes cooperation. No, we're just gonna do, can I turn the music down a touch? Yeah, sure. It doesn't look like it's too loud, but I can also turn myself up a touch. How's that? A little better? Thanks for the heads up. If my music stuff gets out of whack, I'm still getting used to this audio setup, which is new for me still. I think we're just gonna do 7 peasants. I'll assign tasks once we get in game because I kind of don't want to spend too much time in this mode. What's going on with the last fort? Nothing. I just retired it. Everybody was kind of starving to death and it was just becoming tedious. And I got about 40 migrants. So I was like, well, we're going to continue starving to death, and a lot of people are going to starve to death, or I can just start a new fort, and in a biome that I actually like looking at, because I really didn't like the map gen we got that time, and mostly all I wanted to do was screw around with the new aquifers, which we did, so nothing really happened with it. How many years did it crash at, Cooler? People have been saying it tends to crash around 700 years. Mine to agree.
He often finds himself changing his mind to agree with somebody else and is greatly moved by art and natural beauty, and is troubled by this since he dislikes the natural world. Although since we still have... no, it means my farmers were bad, actually. Since we still have that fort there, though, it's highly likely your bad cook could migrate over here. Yeah, so apparently dwarves are trying to create music without language, and it crashes the game. This dwarf is brave in the face of imminent danger, can handle stress, and doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living. Could be considered rude, and is rarely happy or enthusiastic. He doesn't seek out excitement, and he needs alcohol to get through the working day. All right, yeah, we're just gonna leave them all peasants. Tulkas is 53 years old, born on the 2nd of Obsidian in the year 242. She personally sees perseverance in the face of adversity, bullheaded and foolish, and doesn't care about nature one way or another. Dreams of mastering a skill. Likes bismuthite, fine pewter, bloodstone, and llama wool clouds, and sheep for their tendency to flock, and the words of the Golden Canyon, and the sight of the chartreuse tulips, and when possible, she prefers to consume dwarven beer. Very litty? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You've had time to sleep for 8 hours? 11 hours and 28 minutes. Hope you had a good night. We spent like 8 hours in, well, about 7.5 actually, in Legends mode, just reading Legends. Finding stories and stuff. She dislikes abstract discussions and would most rather focus on practical examples. Likes to brawl and doesn't seek out excitement. She tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects, and she sometimes acts with little determination and confidence and doesn't cling tightly to ideas and is open to changing her mind. Brian. She is 53 years old, born on the 14th of Timber in the year 242. She has a high-pitched voice, and her somewhat narrow ears are splayed out. She personally respects the law and sees no value in holding back complaints and concealing emotions. Values romance and doesn't care if others take the time to master skills. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Pretty strong, too. But flimsy. Anything interesting? We had a farmer's guild in the last fort. But the long story short answer is yes. Lots of interesting things. Can I give you a list of all of them? It would be hard. It's lit. Gotcha. It's the Endless Space 2 soundtrack, which is fan-fucking-tabulous. She despairs of anything positive happening in the future and lives without feelings of hope. She is stingy with resources on projects and refuses to expand any extra effort. She is often given to flights of fancy to the point of distraction, and she is attentive to detail in her own work, and she tends to form only tenuous emotional bonds with others. She does not go out of her way to help others, and she has a little interest in joking around. Likes bronze bolts. Yeah, it likes plaster, bronze, fortification, ogiate, walnut. Ruby tooth, color mauve. Bolts, breastplates, buckets, and tea trees. Whatever the hell that is. So you're having a hard time, I guess. Are you looking for exclamation point uptime, Overlord? She despairs of anything positive happening in the future and lives without feelings of hope. Good luck, Brian. I don't understand how somebody can become so obsessed with somebody else, with what somebody else has. Man, that is a very profound thought. He is 50. This is Terrapin. He is 55 years old. Born on the 1st of Limestone in the year 240. His ears are splayed out. His medium-length beard is arranged in double braids. He personally doesn't care about art one way or another, neither do I. Personally, takes no pleasure in his talents and appearance, and has an overinflated sense of self-worth. He is grounded in reality and feels strong urges and seeks short-term rewards. He is rarely jealous, and he is stubborn. He is quite polite, and he likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply. He likes to keep things practical. I totally lost my spot. Without delving too deeply into the abstract. There we go. Pretty young for a dwarf, yeah. Whenever I say that, Fendel, one person gets the joke. Whenever I say that, there's always one person who's like, he said a thing! I'm also old on the internet. Although that meme came back recently, which kind of like reminded me of its existence. Maybe I gave up too early sometimes. She is 60 years old. This is Tapio, born on the 1st of Granite in the year 234. Yeah, it went viral on Reddit out of nowhere. It was one of those threads on Reddit that was just like, yo, does anybody remember this gem? That was basically it, and it had like 30,000 upvotes or something. It was just on /rvids, and I was like, oh my god. I hadn't seen this in a while. I forgot about that. So yeah, it kind of came back. Anyway, she does not generally seek retribution for past wrongs. She has a noticeable lack of perseverance, and she tends to share her own experience and thoughts with others. She thinks she is fairly important in the grand scheme of things, and doesn't often experience strong cravings. Tap can be a carpenter, you're right. Likes beds. And Galena, nickel, pink, jade, and green glass. Carpenter / gem cutter. Also, I agree with you on this, on Terrapin. We're gonna give Terrapin 1 point in metal crafting. But most of these are gonna be peasants. I'm just gonna give him picks and we're gonna go ham. Wait, what? What is it holding? I thought... What? You know, actually, hold on a second. I have no idea what that is supposed to be, but I just got a better idea for how to modify that emote. There you go. I'm tired. All right. Also, it's the beautiful face of Tommy Wiseau. Is that what it's supposed to be? Okay, sorry, that went way over my head. I'm way too white for that. She's 70 years old, born on the 18th of Obsidian in the year 224. I actually thought someone was getting murdered in my apartment building on Chinese New Year, because suddenly just a whole bunch of fireworks started going off while I was trying to go to sleep. I was like, what the fuck? Scared the crap out of me. They share these envelopes to each other, similar to Christmas stockings? Oh. The more you know. I feel like I've seen pictures of those now that you mention it, though. But the emote is small enough that it kind of works with the look at this photograph thing. Anyway, I'm going to stop being an idiot and read. She rarely looks on others with lust, and she prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible. Likes olivine, steel, sunstone. I think pretty much all of these dwarves could be metal workers. Dark brown bucklers. Chickens for their clicking, and the sound of the saffron sister. When possible, she prefers to consume cow cheese and dwarven rind. We should bring cows. Totally bring cows. You, our last one. BirdieBot. Society flourishes when lawbreakers are punished. He's 62 years old, born on the 10th of Obsidian in the year 233. Sideburns are clean shaven. And his very long mustache is neatly combed. His long beard is braided, and his very long hair is arranged in double braids. He personally doesn't really value merrymaking, and dreams of raising a family. Make a weaponsmith and an armorsmith? Eh. I mean, here's the thing. Neither of them like weapons. This one just likes a bunch of metal. The other one likes... But anyway, we'll do that once we get in game. I'm not going to give them any points. Very quick to anger, very rarely feels strong cravings or urges, and is extremely confident of himself in situations requiring his skills. I feel like some of the wording has been changed slightly. Very rarely feels discouraged, and takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful. All right, let's make a fort name. So this is gonna be a ocean fort, and we're gonna kind of dig underneath the ocean. Whip yell. Kinky. Heat rages. That's how I feel whenever I go to California. Heat rage. Porcelings, spirit treaty, bolts controls, clasp ports, drowned peasant. Could go with drowned something. Drowned fountains. I actually like that name now that I read it. Oh. Drowned poet. It's a pretty funny name. I kind of want to do it though. Drown a poet a day, keeps the peasants away. Well, so it is an aquifer start, but it's a light aquifer start, which is the new easy aquifers. Drowned poet of something, drowned poet hyphen, or just drowned poet. Drowned Poet Society. We live in a society. I don't think I can do society. Yeah. Drowned Poet Temple. Order. Faith. Drowned Poet Faith. Drowned Poet Guild. Drowned Poet Baby. Boy, woman, flag. Drowned Poet Trumpet would be funny. So, I want to say it was you, X8, who mentioned the Atari Hotel. I've now heard that story from 4 different podcasts since yesterday. Drowned Poet Point. Wait, what? How come you're not letting me do a hyphen compound? Huh? Drowned Poet the pointy point. Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Front. Drown. We'll just go with Drowned Poet. I thought that you could do Drowned Poet hyphen something. Drowned Gem is also pretty good. We'll just do Drowned Poet. And I know exactly what our symbol is going to be. Drowned Poet. Okay, so the group name. Keys of Prophecy, Ivory Theater, Urns of Helping, Blockade of... wow, okay. Blockade of Excavations. peppery cream beef sauce, and caramelized Brussels sprouts. Are you gonna share? Did you bring enough for the whole class? So chat room, I have a very hypothetical question that's oddly specific. If you were to say go on a vacation to Austin, Texas, would you stay in an Atari-themed hotel? The Balanced Salve. Untamed Arrows. Sacks of Swimming. Nailed it. Nailed it. We are the Socks of Swimming. If it was like a normal hotel price, it's just like any other hotel. It's like you could stay at like Best Western or the Atari Hotel. Cool. Let's make a symbol. It's a creature, obviously dwarf. Okay, one dwarf. Action. I can't make it drowning. Weeping. I can't make it swimming. God damn it. Drowning isn't an option. Is dead. Well. Pfft. Suffering is making a submissive gesture. Yeah, long stream. Dwarf Fortress updated today. Well, that's disappointing. Could I have... Oh, I know what I could do. Objects. Filter. Bucket. One bucket. Hold. Oh. Carry. Haul. No. An image of a dwarf and a bucket. The dwarf is hiding the bucket. And the name of our item is... And the name of our logo is... Let's go... Moist. Moist the Brass Gale. The Elder. Moist the Elder. No. Why do I keep screwing this up? Clear. Moist buckled. How come I can't clear that? Okay, fine. Moist buckled. Moist buckled the water. The waters. Okay, we'll do that. The imprisoned waters. Okay, so moist buckled the imprisoned waters is our image. And it's an image of a dwarf and a bucket. The dwarf is hiding the bucket. Oops. Nope, keep working. Accept. Okay. So we're going to bring 2 extra picks. An extra battle axe. And get rid of all the wooden crap that I don't need. So somebody liked cows. So I think I'm going to bring cows. I haven't brought cows in a long time. Water is devouring the dwarf. I don't know how to add water to that. We tried to figure that out earlier today. Dog, dog, cat, cat, cat. Oops. I don't need to bring a kitten. Let's bring 1, 2 cows. Cow and a bull we'll bring. And then I'll spend the rest on wine and ale. I got my priorities straight, you know? Maybe let's bring a plump helmet. Spawn. Or not. Let's bring a sweet pod seed, sure, why not? Moistness of water, too late. I'm rolling with it. Although now I want to change it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. It's fine. All right. So the fort's name is DownedPoet. 2 of every animal. I don't have enough points to do 2 of every animal. I should do the arc. Oh, you mean like acquire them all? That sounds like a lot of work. We'll see. Let's get the fort started before I actually set goals. The embark might suck. All right. It begins. You have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended, and your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all, Asur Datan. There is almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan. Just before the winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings and ere the wolves get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Adal Rolen, Drowned Poet. Strike the earth. All right, so we're right next to the ocean, and before we all just get flushed into the water. Is it spring? I don't know. It's late spring. It is indeed spring. All right, let's see how steep that is. Decently enough. Let's check out these waves. Because wolves are pansies? Yeah, right? Not bad. All right, let's have a look around. It's actually a pretty cool biome. I had that problem with Windows earlier today. I had to manually make it run. All right, well, let's just start digging. You know, that scared the crap out of me, Terracus.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how you been? It's been a minute. I hope you've been well. Hope the year's treated you well so far. Jesus Christ. Thank you very much for re-upping that sub for 6 months. All right, well, I do have a woodworker who I am going to make sure is assigned to woodcutting. And then go into your description real quick. Brine. I'm actually just gonna give most of my peasants mining. And we'll figure out who does what job in a minute. See that as our starts. What kind of stone is this? It's shale. since we chatted last. Dude, work on you. It's all good if subs lapse. I'll be here. I won't go anywhere. But that means a lot, though, at the same time. Yeah, I hope that the job hunt hasn't been too stressful. I personally find the whole process of applying for work exhausting. It's just... I haven't had to do it yet, luckily, since I'm able to do this full-time still, but if and when that happens, it's not gonna be fun. So I'm just gonna burrow under here. And that'll be end up being our defensive structure if we ever need it. But right now it's my boulders supply. And since that'll end up being our defensive structure, this right here can be our stairs down. So what I'll do is I will lap this really far this way, and that'll be like our kill tunnel or whatnot. And then it'll come back around into this. Dwarfs indeed. And I can fit a trade depot in there perfectly. Or I can make that a little wider and put it in there, but... It's been pretty terrible. It hasn't stopped since you got the new job. You have rent and food covered? That's good. Yeah, I personally, I've been doing all right. The fact that I'm still here and still able to stream full-time while living by myself, mainly streaming a game called Dwarf Fortress that your average Joe's just kind of looks at me and goes, that's not a video game that exists when I mention it. So, or they don't take it even remotely seriously and make fun of it. One of the two. So it's nice to still be here, and that gives me some semblance of sanity. Especially because people were extremely kind to me over the end of December, so. All right, let's also start chopping down some trees over here. The sacks of swimming. Oh, that's funny. Yes, this is the new version. Updated this morning. Of course, I'm going to jump on the new version ASAP. So we're digging underneath the ocean. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where we're going to set up our stockpile. I'll just make this as kind of a box that we're going to dig to. And let's hope this doesn't aquifer me out or anything silly. Actually, no, we'll just end it there. Yeah, that'll be the box that we're going to dig to. Flood hell with the ocean. I've literally done that before. And also, you can't unless something changed. Although I kind of did it unintentionally. It was more of just a, well, there's demons everywhere. Fuck you! Yep, we're listening to Fly By Now. It's funny, most people just say, is this endless space? Nobody ever says, is this Fly By Now? What sea level is that on? Layer -1. Okay. It's no longer spring. Everything I do is off-center and intentionally so.
Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I find overly symmetrical things annoying. It's like, come on. It's not realistic. There it is. So few things are fully symmetrical or perfectly symmetrical or even remotely close to perfectly symmetrical. And most people who complain about having OCD don't even have OCD. It's like, oh god, my OCD. It's like, yeah, sure, but your OCD doesn't exist, so. If you actually have diagnosed OCD, I'm sorry, but. Regardless, I can't help you. Oh, that's an activity zone. I'm an idiot. Oopsies. Yep, humans aren't perfectly. That's always my go-to is humans aren't perfectly symmetrical. And if a human is perfectly symmetrical, it freaks us out. And we don't like it, and it feels uncanny, hence the uncanny valley. So I'll make some things that are symmetrical. Important buildings like temples or churches. I just said temples twice. Taverns, stuff like that, I'll make perfectly symmetrical. A lot of things don't need to be. All right, so we are probably going to hit an aquifer at some point. I need to figure out where the aquifer is and fill it in. Fit weirdly well with the music. How you doing, Scotty? Oh, there's gonna be a lot of that soon. But it goes well, Scotty. We're also gonna be doing a stream on Friday. I can state that now. I'm going to the pub on Sunday with my friends, so I'm taking Sunday off instead, because I wanna go to the pub with my friend. Dude, you should see my face. My face is like super lopsided. It's not that I don't like you guys, it's just I like the pub more. That's all I have to say. It's just I like the pub more. And if I get an opportunity to go to the pub not alone, I'm gonna fucking run with it. I'm just saying. Because generally I go to the pub alone. But how's work been, Scotty? Gotta enjoy it. Yep. Work hard, go to the pub, rinse, repeat. They need to get off of this email list. There were these, this email list that was... that I signed up for an apartment building that was being built for rentals. I was like, why not? And I signed up for this like 4 years ago. I finally finished this year and the prices came out and it was like, yeah, these apartments are like almost $2,000 a month and they're like maybe 80 square feet bigger than mine. I'm like, that's like more than twice the amount. I'm not paying like $1,850 a month for an apartment that's slightly bigger than mine. So I'm gonna stay here. What's a mortgage? Right? That's what I thought. No, it's nice part of Vancouver rent is what it is. Kind of want to have a miners guild. I think that would be neat.
says, okay, you have to participate in a golf tournament you're running because a 13-year-old kid signed up for it and his mom didn't realize. That was 2-person teams. Oh boy. I mean, just go and have fun, I guess. I'm not certain if that's like a bad thing or like a, because I don't know, like that could be kind of fun. Depends on if the kid's cool or not. If the kid's cool, I could see that being fun. If the kid's an ass, okay. So he's a spoiled rich kid then? With a mom who doesn't read fine print? Sounds fun. Really? Migrants already? Alright, well, I could use a mason. If you're a half-decent crafter. Since Scotty's right in front of me, you have kills? Scotty, what's your kills? 5 dwarves in dagger taxes? I'm sorry, pardon? Are you evil? But dagger taxes doesn't sound like a dwarven fortress. Former member of the Future Ring, a former member of the Prus Creed. Yeah, exactly. They might also have been slaves. More so 0 socialization skills and wait, you might be evil. I mean, you killed five women, dwarves. You might be evil. He is utterly fearless when confronted by danger, to the point of lacking common sense. He prefers to be alone, and he tends to form only tenuous emotional bonds with others. Prefers to present himself modestly, and he generally acts impartially. Doesn't handle stress well, yet you're utterly fearless when confronted by danger. Probably not a vampire, because not a legendary dwarf. He's a competent hammer dwarf, though. Well, you know, the dumb thing would be to say, you can start my military, but you know what? You're gonna start my military. He's quite ambitious, he has a greedy streak, and he tends to avoid any physical confrontations. He works to square this with his tendency with his respect to martial prowess, and he occasionally overindulges. He scratches his nose when he's thinking, and he gets excited. When he gets excited, he tells stories without any real point. Needs alcohol to get through the working day. He's tall and scrawny, weak but very flimsy, poor memory and a little patience. Well, I mean, at least he's not an Apple fan. You know? If he was a Linux user, we know we wouldn't be able to trust him. Like spider silk, shields, windows, and the sight of the honor of angels. Sterling silver, dementoid, and giant cougar leather. Amber, and the giant snapping turtle shell. Brown recluse, spider silk, and shields. Not a bad dwarf. I mean, that's only the first one to arrive, too. We're probably gonna get more. Dreams of mastering a skill. You're a milker. She personally deeply respects eloquent speakers and finds the pursuit of knowledge to be a waste. I'm just talking shit, dude. I've been live for 12 hours. If I say random crap, don't worry. If you know what I mean. Oh, I know what you mean. They're too busy bobbing for apples to bring their head up out of the water long enough to not get their head chopped off. I only like my wine warm. She can get caught up in internal deliberations when action is necessary, and she is assertive, and she is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. She is quick to form negative views about things and doesn't focus on material goods. I think I'm just going to assign you to farming fields, and we'll make that dwarf our farmer. Oh, wow. Only a few dwarves? But bad news, we have a child in the fort already. You currently have no job. I'm trying to think, what am I going to need in a minute? What am I going to need in a minute? Does the child have a mom? I'll check in a second. Nope. Yeah, actually, does have a mom. The milker, in fact. But the child is young enough to be on its own, so the child won't ride the mother. So there's a bug in this game right now where children ride their parents until they die of thirst. Which is a problem. So I also, in other news, haven't found that aquifer yet. Is that mud, like mud or clay? I mean, I haven't edited my raws so that females have beards, so not a problem here. You didn't get that bug yet? Apparently it's a bug that's been happening. Or a number of people have reported it. Cool. We have clay, so I can grow here. So I need to wait until they get through there. Once the initial bug fixes happen. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to be streaming a shit ton of Dwarf Fortress over the next little bit, so. By the way, apparently Twitch is adding a new feature, which I think I'm going to be in the beta for, which is people who subscribe at higher tiers get a little star next to their badge. So if you pop into the channel, Scotty, and see a star next to your badge and be confused, that's why. I don't know exactly what those are going to look like yet, and apparently we'll be able to customize them at some point. Why? To show that you have a bet are at a higher tier. Apparently, you can also turn them off. I'm gonna try it because why not? I never get invited to betas, so might as well take it the one time I do. Even if it's like a, eh. It is random as fuck, but Twitch is trying desperately to give things to people who give streamers more money because they're giving streamers more money. See, not every streamer is a genius like me and gives people who subscribes at higher tiers sound effects and custom sound effects. Not everybody like is a genius like me, so a lot of people are just like, wow, these people that are giving me more money don't get any extra benefit. Aside from the extreme mode. It is a weird feature, yeah. But it's a thing Twitch is adding. Means unless people absolutely hate it, it's gonna go through regardless. Okay, so we can still dig that out. That's not a problem. There's just ocean just above it. Shouldn't be a problem. Also, for whatever it's worth, I like the design of this fort way more. And I have no idea where this aquifer is. You know what's possible? The aquifer might be in this right here. We might have actually dug through the aquifer without even digging through the aquifer. Unless that's water. Nope, not water. It's vomit. It's so light we didn't even notice the aquifer. A bull moose? That's a big moose. A large mammal with great antlers and a large nose. I've eaten moose nostril? Moose nostril. True story. Lives in temperate forests. His average size and his hair is brown. Yeah, nice short stream today. Nick Roy, how you doing, man? Oh, snap indeed. But remember, it's not CDDA. Why is CDDA so much more terrifying? Asking as somebody who's kind of planning on getting into CDDA at some point. Make table, chair, chair, and then blocks repeat. Oh, okay. I mean, as a Canadian, I can confirm, moose are fucking scary. Don't hit them with your car, you'll die. I don't drive a car. I don't own a car. And I've only seen a moose once, but I can tell you, moose are terrifying. Don't hit a moose with your car. Just life advice. They're like the closest thing we have to like prehistoric mammals. Yeah, it'll turn around, it'll gore you through your windshield, and then walk away. You grew up in Alaska, can confirm, right? I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Also, I do have 2 unnamed dwarves. Zaphon the Milker and Locum the Dwarven Child. So if you would like to be a milker or a dwarven child, feel free to let me know. Also, let's make an armor stand. So I can get that dude training after I'm done the table. Well, I mean, this baby is now obviously a rad boy. Or I'll give it to Heart and give you the milker. One of the two. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do this. It's because you want the milker. We'll go with Heart. And rad boy. And before this one's a girl. She, yep. In fact, I think mom. She has 6 children? Yep. Rad boy, your mom. Just an FYI. Within the last season, she felt bitter after getting into an argument and was grouchy when caught in the rain, felt tenderness after talking with a child. Is slow to tire, flimsy, and slow to heal, and unquestionably weak. But she has an amazing memory and an amazing spatial sense, dreams of mastering a skill, personally deeply respects the eloquent speakers, and finds the pursuit of knowledge to be a waste of effort, values hard work, and doesn't feel strongly about the law. Dreams of mastering a skill, obviously, I already read that. She can get caught up in internal deliberations and action when is necessary. Yeah, you are the expedition leader. Is assertive and is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger, is quick to form negative views about things, and doesn't focus on material goods, and she is rarely happy or enthusiastic. I'll do what I can, Nick Roy. Thanks for swinging by. Oh, where is Unid Double Basements? I can't give in to sadness. Heart. Felt enjoyment when playing, make-believe, and was dejected when caught in the rain. Felt love talking with a mother, and euphoric due to inebriation. 2 years old, born on the 1st of Sandstone in the year 293. The son of Radboy, Ace Wheel. He is mighty and quick to heal, but really susceptible to disease. He personally values honesty and finds leisure time wasteful. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Could not care less about his appearance, talents, or other personal vanities. That sounds like a 2-year-old. Certainly sounds like a 2-year-old. I mean, my first death in CDDA was I got into a car and drove in a straight line and hit a building. That was my first death in CDDA. I flew through the windshield and exploded into giblets. It was beautiful. I cried a little. What, died exploding in a car? It was pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna make this into a temporary meeting spot. We'll also make it into a temple. The Future Work. That is a really good name for a temporary temple. Let alone drive straight, right? So Rad Boy, I'm actually gonna give you masonry. So once you're done cleaning, you can go and assist with that. Problem is, I need my cows to stay above ground until I can find a place to pasture them. That's the hospital. Pasture. You're an engineer. Good stuff. That would be like more of an architect in DF terms, but...
You'd be a peasant? I feel like I'd probably be a cook. Actually, driving is pretty impressive. What? At, like, figuring out how a car works? I got into a car, got into the passenger seat, turned on the car, and pressed on the gas. Doesn't seem too impressive to me, but if you insist, I'll be impressed by myself. All right. Let's just make a most everything stockpile and get that area up top closed out. I will make it less than most everything later. Oh, I believe it. It's on my list of games to get into, but unfortunately I have an absurdly long list of games that I need to get into, so. So here's the question, chat. Where do I put the tavern? Because I feel like we should just do that first. Get that out of the way. Next to the temple? Well, we're gonna need multiple temples. Points at screen. Yes. How about let's do one layer up. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to dig out. It's gonna be a real pain in the ass to dig. Okay, so let's make our tavern this. A little big, so we'll carve that out a little bit. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to carve out because everything is gonna be giving me damp stone notifications. That'll be our tavern. I'll do multiple entrances into the tavern. Never did find that aquifer. Weird. Kind of a not like this moment. Heads up, chat room. Investments are open. At some point they will, once they're done hauling all that stuff. Plant seems to be a little low, but we've also got a lot of stuff that needs to be harvested, so. It could be. I thought that there was one under the ocean, though. But who knows? I certainly don't. Oh, no, no. The aquifer could also be hiding in another castle. Certainly a possibility. You know what's bad? I'm at that point in the stream now where I'm like, yeah, I could do 24 hours. I'd have to make another pot of coffee, but it's probably a bad idea. I think it would be much smarter to kind of go for another 12 and a half. Say it. I think it's probably much smarter to go for like another 30 minutes. Call it. Unless something crazy happens. Past halfway. Actually. We actually could submerge it more. What I could do is I could dig tunnels around it. The problem is, if I do anything that's not diagonal, all that's going to happen is we're going to immediately flood the entire fort. Which I don't really want to do. Water pressure is fucked. So. Let's make some public beds that anybody can sleep on. Dormitory. Tapioca became a carpenter. Good for you. But like, I've had 3 different people over today say, oh, I had time to go to sleep for 8 hours and wake up and you're still streaming. So it's, you know, it's been a long stream and 3 separate people have said that to me today. Imagine died to aquifers. And then there's me. I didn't even notice the aquifer. Where's the aquifer? Man, when you do actually accidentally puncture a heavy aquifer now, it's going to be shocking. I mean, right now it's like I'd need someone to donate a lot of money for me to do that. Unless you're going to go sleep for an hour, in which case, maybe. At the end of the day, like, I do this for a living. Giant flying squirrel. Well, that's terrifying. You need someone to donate a lot of blood. I mean, we're at 12 hours and 31 minutes, so. And I did stand for an hour and a half earlier today, too. Normally I play Project Zomboid on Thursdays, but instead we're going to be streaming this. Although tomorrow is technically documentary stream night, so there'll be a 2-hour chunk somewhere in the middle of tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yes, tomorrow's Thursday. So at some point tomorrow there will be a 2-hour chunk that is nothing but documentaries. Which will be the last documentary night that I do. Also, something happened this morning that I never thought I'd ever see, and Dwarf Fortress got tweeted out by Can You Pet the Dog on Twitter.
which is something. Hotkey for bin. Need a handful of bins. There we go, N. Like a few bins. Gravel of crowding. It's gonna go train there. They're now active. So this is going to take forever to dig out. Because it's going to immediately cancel every time I try and dig something. Yeah, no, I look at long streams like this as overtime, right? So if I can justify doing overtime, I'll do long streams. And right now I can justify doing overtime because there's a lot of people looking for Dwarf Fortress footage. I enjoy playing the game, and there's a lot of new people tuning in right now. And that, to me, is worth it. Because maybe, if I'm lucky, 2 of you will come back once. When streaming is your livelihood, you do some dumb shit for people to tune in. I see fish. Bat rays. Please come back. Watch me. And also gotta keep reminding people, Dwarf Fortress will be on the front page of Twitch on the 3rd and 4th of next month. Which is perfect, so I can take a day off in advance and go with my friend to the pub. This is what happens when I take your guys' advice and make submerged forts. Takes 10,000 years to dig stuff. You can't even automate underwater. Everything just immediately cancels. It's not that much time is passing. Made a submerged base in Starbound and it went nuts. Oh, really? I've never actually played Starbound. Also a neat little game that I've been kind of taking it to heart to promote recently, because I streamed a bit of it the last few days, is this. And I don't think that it's getting enough credit right now. This little guy. If you like traditional roguelikes, that's a cute one. It's pretty cheap too. Morning, Pie. Did you just wake up? Abusing drains to empty it while you worked? I mean, I don't know how I do that in this. Yeah, that little game has a really cool little combat system. So I would recommend that. I did two or four runs yesterday. I can't remember how many I did. And then a handful the day before. Hispan, hello. Good evening. Yeah, you can do drains too, but you protect them from a hole. Missing. Yeah. I mean, I could actually go into the raws and just say don't pause when I hit water or walls like that. But here's the problem with that, right? This notification can actually save your ass. No, that doesn't work. I mean, currently I don't have drains. I mean, I could banish the ocean into the Shadow Realm, but I'd have to probably sacrifice at least a dwarf. Or two. Water is infinite? In Starbound? It's really fun when you have a freezing ocean, then you can set up drains and get all out of the way, and then instantly drain the whole ocean. It's super entertaining. And then suddenly the caverns below are like 18 feet underwater, and it's like, what the fuck happened? And there's a whole bunch of troglodytes that were killed by water pressure, and you're like, giggle. All right, let's just go to kitchen. Don't cook plump helmets. Let's make us a still. Whoever's idea it was to do this is now banned. God damn. This is a bad idea. Just take out the ocean. Should have gone down a layer to do this. I just have to unpause the game as soon as it pauses. Super joking, by the way, about the banning thing, but goddamn. Merchants need a trade depot. Did I not make a trade depot? I didn't make a trade depot. You can understand what's going on. I love that Eureka feeling. It's like, oh my god, I see the dwarves. All right, you now do architecture for a little bit. Suspend that and suspend that. On the bright side, almost halfway through this. It'll speed up a bit if I do it this way. Why did you reset back to 4? You silly game. I mean, there really isn't much going on right now. I'm basically just digging out a tavern and waiting. That's pretty much it. And trying not to flood the ocean into my fort. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. I'm mildly frustrated liaison from the mountain homes. So all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go to you and I'm going to say, bring us iron. Thank you. What else would you have us make for you? Short swords, crowns, shields, bucklers, crowns, fish, and other things. Cool. I mean, that's basically Dwarf Fortress anyway. I mean, you stabby-did dwarves in your past. Just make a couple menacing wooden spikes. This will make things go quicker, I swear. Or potentially evil stabby dwarf. You were once the mayor, yes. But here's the thing. Mayor could also be an evil stabby dwarf. It could be anybody. Once my mayor was a vampire. Then he became the eternal bookkeeper. It was very strange. Just kind of went into his office and never came out again. But yet all the paperwork got done, so it was fine. I need a vampire to do my taxes. No joke. Just get that center bit mined out. Halfling fortress, you give orders and I don't understand unless you all. It sounds like a gnome fortress. There really isn't halflings in Dwarf Fortress. Human fortress really isn't like that either. Human fortresses are like a lot of pit mines, and then like if you dig underground they go insane. They're actually pretty weak, TBH. Horrible species. They can't see in the dark. Super tall. They use annoying clothing that dwarves can't make. I never really understood that, actually, why dwarves can't make large clothes. It's like, why can't they make human clothing? It's just odd to me that they can't. I swear to God, this will be a cool fort when it's all done. I'm very much expecting right now to just accidentally, like, get not careful and dig underground. Oh God, more migrants are arriving. I don't need migrants right now. I also don't need to trade. I'll look at the damage once I've got all this done. Vampire accountant. Utterly, wait, what? Utterly uninteresting and unadventurous tales of Fred the Vampire Accountant. Sounds like some good satire right there. It's a good series. Never heard of it. But yeah, in Dwarf Fortress, you can easily have a vampire account. Well, maybe not easily, but you can have a vampire bookkeeper, which is basically the same thing. Oh, it becomes an interesting vampire accountant? I mean, I could believe things could go south for a vampire accountant pretty quick. All right, let's focus on this side now. How's the moods doing? Doesn't like the sun. Annoyed when caught in the rain. Dwarves also get nauseated by the sun right away now when you spawn, which is interesting. Hey chat, I think some damp stone is located. You know what's something I've been pondering to myself a lot recently, and I might as well talk about this since I'm here, is when I stream on the front page next week, do I start a new fort or just run with what I'm running with? I'm kind of in like two shoes there. I don't really know. Although there might be a bug fix patch out by then, who knows? Finally a round number.
Oh yes, 32. Finally a round number.
Took a while. Thank you very much for the 32 months at a too damn high tier. Fantastic. Cheers, man. I hope you've been all right. I think what I might try and do is just try and be embarked before we get onto the front page. At the very least, if I do a new fort. I don't know, I'm not dead yet, so. You got a standing desk? Like in your work office or home office? I was gonna say, how do you fit all the monitors on there? I'm assuming work office. Yeah, the third and fourth, we'll be playing Dwarf Fortress on the front page. Yeah. How much longer will I be streaming? I mean, as I said, I'm not dead yet, so... Man. Probably not too much longer, realistically, though. Like I was saying earlier, unless something crazy happens, probably not too much longer. The thing is, right now, I can't really afford to order pizza because I have to pay my internet bill and my rent in a few days. But if someone wants to give me pizza money, I can consider it. Who'll get me next? I was actually going to host you, believe it or not, but... For those of you who don't know Bluezest drinks kombucha and plays Dwarf Fortress and other things. If you like hyperactive, entertaining streams, Bluezest might be a stream for you. So how are you liking the update, Bluezest, assuming you were playing it? I spent 7 hours today reading Legends. I streamed Legends for 7 hours. We had almost 200 people watching Legends for a bit there. Dentists are great when you need it, though. It's like it sucks, but it's one of those things where it's good. Was this like just a cleaning or like drilly dentist? Because I like just the cleaning dentist. The cleaning dentist is nice. You always have bad news? I'm kind of lucky on the teeth genes. My teeth have quality denim, which is good. Cleaning, filling, sealing, imprinting. Are you still like all talk properly? Glad you found this stream. Yay! Hopefully your dwarf survives. Yeah, hopefully. And thanks for swinging by. Seriously. Like as I said, I'm here like 6 days a week, and most of the time it's Dwarf Fortress. If you don't believe me, just look at my YouTube channel and see how many VODs I've got up there. Oh, nuts. And your nose is about to fall off. I mean, was that like a dentist's professional opinion that your nose is about to fall off, or just a simple observation? Well, time to just rip out the ones that are growing in Exade, and you know, replace them with porcelain. Much stronger anyway. Hallelujah. All right, so this up here can be my tavern. So for those of you who don't know, Dwarf Fortress has unions now, aka guilds. Add location, in tavern, the Lunch of Helms. I don't like that name. We need a better name for that. Also, no visitors. Rename. It has to be the wet something or the moist something. Harmonious Waters. There we go. That works. Got a quick dentist pull your adult tooth when it grew in your... Ooh, that sucks. I'm scared about what that dentist did. I actually had a cat trying to get into my apartment the other morning. It's one of my neighbors. Oh, shit!
Thanks for streaming such a masterwork game.
Thanks, Eurist. Damn. Thanks for the $50. Cheers. And Ari Purtis, what's up, dude? But what's your cat's visitor? Bagman. Cheers. Seriously. Just woke up. Well, good morning, did. All right. I'm gonna give, I think, all of my dwarves that are miners stone detailing. Luckily, I only have 18 dwarves, so that's good. I will continue streaming this masterwork game. Because, god damn it, why not? So now, we just let all the dwarves begin smoothing this. Well, we're gonna be chilling and smoothing this area down, and then, yes, we'll actually be chilling. What the heck is that M? Muscle. Oh god, do I have fishermen? God damn it. Who said you could go fishing? Quit fishing. Do something useful, like farming. The problem is I really don't have anything I can sell to the traders, which is a common problem I have. I guess I could sell them logs. Oh, right, yeah, I made the menacing wooden spikes. Let's get those sold. And I need a broker. Does anybody have any skills in that? Oh, shit! I straight up just have a trader? Xaid, welcome to the fort. Kind of is a Dwarfy looking name. Within the last season, he was delighted after watching performance. Art is life, he says. Is married and has 6 children. Sad after being separated from loved ones. Is 118 years old. Born on the 27th of Galena in the year 177. His sideburns are clean shaven and his very long mustache is arranged in double braids. He personally finds eloquence and artful speech off-putting and is somewhat put off by trade and commerce. All right. And dreams of mastering a skill. He is consumed by overpowering feelings of jealousy, and he feels it best when everyone gets along without any strife or contention. He is somewhat scatterbrained and is always tense and jittery, and he is a friendly individual and doesn't try to get things done perfectly. Most dwarves are communists. Spoilers. Also, I'm gonna make you my bookkeeper, because you're a proficient record keeper as well, which means I need to make you an office. Which I think I will just quietly sneak in right there. I like, well, actually maybe not right there. Maybe like, I like actually giving record keepers and managers proper offices. It just feels better. I feel like they deserve it, you know? A white collar? Kinda. There's a steel flask. Perhaps they have a book or two I could buy. No, but they have cheese. I'll gladly take some cheese. I know I can just get plump helmets easily, but I'm having nightmares after that last fort, so I'm gonna grab a couple. Let's also grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 anvils. 5 anvils now. And we'll trade that. It's a good trade for them. We bought some anvils, some cheese. Good time. That was like your horoscope. Let's see how many of your family members are in the fort, though. So Scotty is your grandfather, and is your marital grandfather, and your wife, who's our cook, is in the fort, who's actually a legendary cook, which means I'm actually just gonna pop over here and go, well, okay, no, I don't have a manager yet, so I can't do that, but I can make a kitchen, which I need to put underneath this. So maybe we'll do kitchen and foodstuffs up here. Yeah, no, I like it when reading your dwarf just feels like the person you're reading it to. It's neat. I love it when that works out. My wife is a legendary cook indeed, yeah. Or actually, I assume that's the skill she's legendary for. She's legendary, and I assume it's for cooking. She's also a talented wrestler. A competent Marks Dwarf. Legendary musician, actually. Huh. Yeah, you're a granddad. She's an adequate cook. She's a legendary musician. I was about... You canceled trading at Depot to go get something to drink. Not that I blame you. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you're old, Scotty. You're 100... Okay, you are old, actually. You're 152 years old, in fact. There you go. Go trade at the depot. And you're going to take us right there. Let's trade that last one. But you know, we'll just give that as a gift. We'll see what our leader... We'll see that our leader gets this as an offering. There you go. Now go get back to work. And... this is now a study assigned to Exade. You know, I'm also going to give you the job of manager. Because you're a talented organizer. You've got all the jobs. Gotta remember to go to here and hit S and set all counts to accurate. So you tell us exactly how many of everything we have. What? Okay, it's because I didn't hit workshop before I hit still. Find any villains? I haven't gotten late enough into a run to find any villains. Have gotten some weird poet. We had a weird poet in the other fort that I retired. Yeah, well, you killed 6 people. So I would say yes, you are a bit of a murderer. Let's just prepare easy meal. Just a handful, not too many. Brew a drink from plant. We can use that cheese and the meat and stuff that we have. And that can be a food stockpile. Literally just for drinks and prepared meals. That's it. Also, I think I stopped. Yes, I did. I need to continue making rock blocks. You're not that bad. I mean, isn't everybody a little bit jaded? Suey! How you doing, Suey? I love the fact that Suey was the one that messed up the raid command. Suey, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, Cole and Astral Andy. How we guys doing? Good evening, everybody. New Dwarf Fortress version came out today. If you guys don't know Suey, she's fantastic and super chill. You should go watch her stream. How is Cook Serve delicious too? We'll give Suey a follow. She's fantastic. She's scared of the raid message. Really? That's funny. Regardless, thank you very much for tuning in. They made a third one? I just saw Cook Serve Delicious. I can't see the 2. It doesn't, like, go that far on my nifty search thingy. No, you're now that I'm hovering over it, you're definitely in the third one. They made a third one of those? Oh, I don't follow those games very closely, as you can tell. But how are you liking the third Cook Serve Delicious? Cancels update. You know, this is the most white collar thing you could do, Xade. Canceling getting food, or canceling doing your job to go get food. It's so good. I'm glad you like it. Well, welcome, Raiders. If you guys don't know, we're playing Dwarf Fortress, and Dwarf Fortress pulled an update for the first time in a year and a half this morning, or last night, technically, I guess. Little over 24 hours, little under 24 hours ago. So we're just grinding away and looking for new stuff. They added guilds, which are basically unions. They added lots of evil things that murder everything, including guilds. And no, I'm kidding. And I'm pretty pro-union in my life. But they also added proper religions and a lot of stuff to the world gen. The ability to get divorced. Dwarves now cheat on each other like crazy. Children are a death sentence because they ride their parents. It's a long story. It's a bug. Yeah. Because they added mounts to the game for the solo unit adventure mode. And here's the best part about it, right? You can mount creatures and ride around, right? Well, sometimes children will mount their parents and steer the parents around in random directions until the parents die of thirst or hunger or both, which is beautiful. They made aquifers not fucked. Yep. So I'm just hanging out and enjoying, having fun. Been a long stream though. We spent 7 hours reading Legends mode. It's gonna become a running joke, Belicard, for sure. Not in that way, but you know, like riding on their shoulders. Like, I mean, have you ever had a small child just like sit on your shoulders and like pull your hair? I imagine that's just what it was, except they pull their hair so hard that eventually they just like starve to death. I'm sorry, what is that? Oh, there's a donkey in my fort. Let's like put the donkey out here. Donkey, KV pup. Gosling doesn't need to be down there. Donkey does though. Finally? Oh god. I played like 6 hours of that and noped the fuck out, but you know that. Keep forgetting I don't have a manager. Oh, I do have a manager set up now. Yeah! Table. Rock. Yay! 20. I guess I'm making it out of shale. I got nothing else. Table. Or no, not table. Throne. Rock. 20. You're still making menacing wooden spikes. Let's cancel that. Children? I mean, I would say everybody is the real villains update. Personally. Your map looks phallic? Your map looks phallic. Looks phallic right now because I haven't made the other end of it. Come on. See, to me, it's just a sideways elephant. I don't know about you, but I don't have 3 nuts. So, it's just a sideways elephant. Or dead elephant. Even better. When we were looking at the legends today, we found a dragon that died in the first year of the world's existence to an elephant, so. I mean, don't we all? Astral Andy. I don't even want to when I see them everywhere. Apparently we need an empty bucket because someone wants water. Bucket. Rock. Hopefully or no, not a rock bucket. I can't make a rock bucket. Wood. Dude. Someone injured? Nope. Okay, probably just an animal that wants water. I just got an auto host from Disnoff, so it got bumped up by like 40 and then the raid. But yeah, no, views have been really nice today. Part of that is because Kiri raided me right at the start of the stream too, which really helped. But also tomorrow morning we're going to be doing some record stuff before I actually start doing Dwarfs. Probably listen to a round of the Battletech LP that I have, and then there's 2 tables. 2 shale tables. 1 throne. Something. Yeah, no, I was talking about this earlier today, and one of my goals, and one of the reasons I stream Dwarf Fortress so much is I want, like, this morning there was 300 people watching Dwarf Fortress, kind of around peak, 350-ish, and that was just from only Dwarf Fortress community people playing. I want to see the Dwarf Fortress community hit that on the regular. Like, I want to see there be 200-300 people watching this game on a frequent basis. And then when there's updates, closer to 1,000, over 1,000. Yeah, I understand. You'll leave a lurk, but it's time for you to be socially... Yeah, no, I get that. You have a good night, Suey. I keep saying I'm not going to be on much longer. I was saying that at 11 hours into the stream. We're 13 hours and 15 minutes into the stream now, so we'll see. I do need to actually get 8 hours of sleep tonight, though. Although, knowing me, I'll probably get 6. And I haven't eaten dinner yet. Yeah, it's been a nice stream. Yeah, I started at like 9:30. About that. This isn't even a marathon or anything. This wasn't planned. I just kind of started streaming. I was like, yeah, I'll do like 8 hours today. Healthy 8 hours. Although also I woke up at 7 and edited a video this morning, which was literally, admittedly, just me reading the patch notes, which took me an hour and a half to put together, but made breakfast and started streaming. Water source contaminated? What's it contaminated with? Oh, I'm out of beer. That would do it. Brew, drink from... I thought I brewed like 150, but apparently I didn't. Oh, I have that set. Maybe I just don't have anybody set to brew. Does nobody have the brew job? That's kind of an important job. Well, right now we need brewing a lot more than we need lime making, so... Yeah, you just go brew. Nobody was set to brew. It's kind of a problem. Super hot here where you've been writing a tech documentary on. Oh, dude, if you've been writing stuff on a computer all day, don't hurt yourself and play more Dwarf Fortress. Take care of yourself first. That's the priority. There we go. Now we have 19 drink and 18 dwarves. Everybody's got something to drink. Instead of being forced to drink nasty water, we got the good stuff. At least there's a bunch of thirsty dwarves singing. So apparently adventurers can give sermons, and random wanderers into your fortress can give sermons about different religions now. alongside of like teaching classes in the guilds. I'm super excited to see all this stuff. And like 5 things to eat as well, including probably his own toenails. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do more videos of just reading Toadie's updates whenever he actually updates the game. They're easy to do, and people seem to like it. I was kind of expecting people to be like, just going for easy views, but they seem to like it, so I'm gonna do more. I will say I'm rather amused by Sui's reaction to the amount of time that I've been streaming. Oops. 13 hours? Yeah. 13 hours. There we go. We got plenty of drink now. This will be everything except for prepared food and seats. And go down here, change settings. No food. Move that food. Alright, so something else I need to work on. This is probably going to take a while to actually get done. But I really need a bridge right here. So I can lock this area. Actually, let's deselect all. Let's do shell blocks. And set this to a lower priority, but I want all of this mined out. This is going to be a trap of sorts. I'm not certain what, but this is going to be where we do the murder stuff. And I'm probably, knowing my luck, going to run into an aquifer. But if we do, that's fine. We'll deal with that when we get there. Ooh, you know what would be neat? If a bridge is underground, how tall can it be? Probably not very tall. Depends on how tall the underground is. We've actually got hunting happening. You know what would be really neat? If we got a siege weaponry guild. Like just a bunch of super specialized siege weaponry. Also, we are totally butchering, I think, a bear. Where are you putting that? Why did you just put that in the tavern? No stockpile there. Wild boar. Why did you put that there? Well, in Dwarf Fortress, it's catapults. It's an odd place to put that. Need a farmer with no job. You currently have no job. Let's give you butchery, which is a farming job. Trebuchet Grang. Well, I mean, Dwarf Fortress, I actually don't know what kind of catapults Dwarf Fortress has. Like, does anybody here know if they're more trebuchets or more, like, just catapults? Interesting. It's gotta be because there's no corpses. Let's just go down here. Cue this up. Butcher dead animal, butcher dead animal, butcher dead animal. Let's hope that those get taken out of here before they start stinking. Got too many jobs, and they're all getting done. Alright, well here's the thing that I'm going to do then. If you need butcherable unrotten corpse, I'm just going to make a corpses pile up here. I don't care if they're rotten or not, I just want them out of my tavern. Alright, guys. So I'm starting to zone out a little bit. I know for a fact I'm getting hungry. I've been live for 13 hours and 26 minutes. I want to be able to do this again tomorrow. And they're canceling hunt due to no ammunition. I could very easily pick this fortress up where we're at tomorrow. And probably do a better job of playing. So I think the intelligent, grown-up, adult damn thing to do is to say massive thank you to everybody who tuned in today. And go eat some pasta. Does that sound good to you guys? I'm going to host somebody else who's playing Dwarf Fortress. I know this is kind of a sudden ending. But before I do that, I just want to say, if you are new here, you've never watched me before, I stream 6 days a week. I play a lot of Dwarf Fortress. Generally, good chunk of Dwarf Fortress almost every stream, with the exception of usually Thursdays and Saturdays. Normally I take Fridays off, but I'm going to stream this Friday because of the update dropping. If you want to support the shenanigans that I do, I have a Patreon. $1 a month gets you relatively weekly cooking videos. I kind of missed this week due to just streaming too much. And my mom keeps feeding me, so I don't have to cook dinner. So I don't want to cook food that I'm not going to eat. So I haven't been doing that. But there will be one up next week. Patreon money right now is actually going to go directly to paying for Adobe, so I can have Adobe for another year. Also, I make videos. If you want to just listen to my voice more, you can go get that over there because I put all of my VODs up there. So after a couple of days, my VODs all go live on YouTube, which means there's going to be a really long one just titled Generating Worlds and Reading Legends, because that's literally all it is. Because that's what we did earlier today. So thank you so much. If you subscribe to that YouTube channel, it helps me out a little bit and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're interested in more Dwarf Fort stuff, I also put up the little edited videos, the occasional tutorial if people ask me to, and other stuff related to that. Yeah, so that's me. But we're going to go host somebody named AKA Mad Monkey, who is streaming Dwarf Fortress, and based on his description makes a Dwarf Fortress webcomic. So we're going to go give this person a host. They seem kind of new to streaming. Don't even have a subscription button or anything, so go be nice, you know? Just pop in, and if you're subscribed to me, leave them a beer. If you're not subscribed to me, just say hello. If you could do that for me, that'd be fantastic. So everybody just pile in there and go say hi. I don't do the raid thing, I just do the host thing. just go say hi, because that'll be very much appreciated. And I will see you guys tomorrow, probably before my normal start time, which is 10 a.m. Pacific. So I'd say roughly 9 hours from now. Pretty safely, 9 hours from now. 9 to 10 hours from now, I'll be back on. So thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you on the other side.